Okay,
Hey,
I'm laughing
Betsy.
here. All
Uh,
of y'all's exchange on that Jeep.
it looks brand new. Did he get it painted?
It did. I thought he took it somewhere else, but
Who's there, Mom or Rick? Rick.
it's
Rick. It looks brand new. Did you get it painted?
No, dude, that's a light.
the light.
That's a hell
Really?
of a light. I'd keep it in that light all the time.
Well, I know, right?
I like that color. I like the way it looks in that. I was like, oh my gosh, look at this
That's
thing.
that's that's magazine quality picture right there, buddy.
It
That's,
reminds me of what they call chili pepper red.
yeah.
That was awesome. Can you get it painted that color?
Yeah, I could.
Wow.
For the right kind of money, you can have anything done.
Well, that's true. You can.
That is a good looking Jeep. I wouldn't take it out. I'd say, you want to come to the house and see my Jeep?
Yeah, that's right.
At
Cost you
6 o'clock. 6 o'clock tonight. It'll look really good.
$10 show.
So, Betsy, how's DC?
It's been very nice. It was 90 yesterday. Today it'll be cooler, but
90.
yeah, I know, right? So I went out today. It's supposed to rain. I think that front is moving across. That's going to Rick. Is probably coming to us this afternoon, tomorrow. Um,
We had
so but
last
it
night.
still felt hot. I had on a sweatshirt, and I ended up taking that off when I went to take a little bit for a walk. You see, she's in the
Hey,
bed.
Pappy. Pappy. She's not. She's not
She ain't,
answering.
she ain't moving, Pappy. Nope.
Not
She's
even for
like, I'm
you.
done, lady. I took her for a long walk yesterday and the day before over to it's a Bradley Plaza, which is a little distance from here, but it's going towards King Street. I mean, it's going towards downtown Alexandria,
Okay.
and but it's only a mile. And we sat down at the Beeliner Diner because it replaced the Atlantis that closed during the pandemic, and they allowed me to bring her in. We had some food, and then we got on a bus, and the bus let me get on with her in a bag, and we came on back home. So every day we've been taking a long walk somewhere, and she's like done with me.
She says you haven't noticed I have short legs.
And they go like this. So she's exercising 5 times more than I am.
So did the storm come through last night, Rick?
This morning,
Yeah.
Morning.
Yeah. It came through here about 3 or 4 o'clock.
it woke me up several times, and finally I ended up getting up around 4:30 or 5. I mean, it was pretty severe.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, they said it was a pretty severe storm with all those impacts of the tornadoes that spawned off of it and that water spout. I was like, how's that do that? And I'm like, it's like a tornado. It's just over water
Yeah.
until it hits land.
Let's ping Mom again.
I didn't see any of that.
It was. I get my news on the web now, so I either get it on the TV when I'm getting ready to get into bed, or I get it on the web. I have not had taken the chance to watch movies much on my TV because I'm busy doing stuff constantly. There's something that has to be done.
So you're working?
No, I'm not. I'm not working. I mean, I did go in and work a little bit yesterday, but the work that I did was meeting the client. Just talking about what she's looking for in the future. You know, just doing FaceTime.
Okay.
She didn't get enough money to do the contract because the budget process cut her out. The military gets all the money, not the support services. So and it's just a little contract, so it's kind of odd. Anyway, so we went and talked to her yesterday and told her she could do a purchase order up to 25,000. So if she needs like a class or something, just do a purchase order. Then do a class. If she needs a report, then just do a purchase order, and I'll do a report.
As much money as they've been giving out, that's surprising.
To the military, it's to the military. The military is getting all the money.
That's not what we hear. Infrastructure's getting the money. I mean, you got all the education money.
Yeah,
And
but
the
we're not infrastructure. Infrastructure is rebuilding roads and bridges and highways and things like that. We are not infrastructure. We are the people that just support the military by keeping the building open and warm and clean and functional with information technology.
Oh, okay. I was thinking your airports and stuff. So, but
But apparently, we got another contract out at the airport, so
well, good deal.
nice.
So, Rick, you taking a weekend off from the B&B?
No, I have to go over to Alex's and work on her place.
Oh no,
Now, if we say this, you should take a clipping of this and send it to Milwaukee Tools. Yeah, which
Yeah.
are all about them.
Dude,
yeah,
Husky.
right. And what's the one? Go up a little bit on your head. Yeah, the Milwaukee. That's what we were looking at. That toolbox.
Yep. Yeah, I saw one at last night at Harbor Freight.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, man! It's like a
Toolbox.
Cadillac. It was like a Cadillac. It's like you can live in that thing. It was huge.
Do you know we have a little Harbor Freight in our garage? Yeah. Lori fell in love with their smaller ones. They're I don't know, probably a yard wide and
Mhm.
a couple of feet, in depth, and they're about 4 feet high. And she's got everything nicely neat in there. And you open the lid, and it's got all the stuff in the place for the screwdrivers, and then it's got the little thing tables that come up on the left. So,
Yeah.
and then she said, "Okay, we're going to go pick up my Harbor Freight toolbox." I'm like, "Okay, great." And we get it home. She said, "Okay, you're putting it together."
Wow.
She gets to enjoy it.
So what goes in it?
Every piece of furniture in our house, I put together.
Okay, what's in the Harbor Freight toolbox?
Drawers. Oh, what products? The plumbing tools, um, all the Allen wrenches, all the regular wrenches, all the um, pipe wrenches, everything you would have in your toolbox normally to work in the house if something goes wrong.
Let me get this straight.
You do plumbing?
Lori was the designer, the buyer of the toolbox and the tools, but you're the mechanic.
I fix everything. So therefore I must put things together since I
She's
fix.
construction.
Usually that's not how it works. Usually the one that does all the work usually goes, "Oh, I want that toolbox. I want this. I want that."
Obviously, she wanted it put together. She had to have Betsy doing it.
I knew where everything was on the shelf, and the one that had the most tools in it had the little handle on it that I could just go around the house with. And I was busy traveling back and forth, and every weekend I come home to a honeydew list. So you just get to it.
So have you talked to Mom today?
Mm-mm.
I
I
just
talked,
pinged her
a little bit,
again.
huh?
I just pinged her again.
Okay. I talked to her a little bit yesterday, a couple of times. Actually, yesterday, a couple of times. One time she called me last night. She didn't know it. I guess it was a finger dial, butt dial, or something like that. But I couldn't tell, and I got worried because on the other end, "Let me in the house! I'm gonna kill you!" And
What?
I know, right? And I'm like, "Oh my God, is this the TV? Those crime shows she watches, or is this really happening?" And she's like dialed me, and I'm listening into this. So I immediately call her house phone, and she doesn't answer. And I'm like, "Shit, well, I don't know." So a few minutes later, she calls me back. And she doesn't even, she's oblivious that she dialed me. So it must have been the TV. But it's like in Home Alone, that kid where
Yeah.
he's on. Well, that's what it sounded like. It sounded like really serious, like somebody's breaking in our house and they're going to kill her. And so, man,
She seems to really like this new church.
she does. I'm glad. I've been trying to get her to go to that church for 4 years now.
I can't believe that I called, 4 or 5 churches, and none of them reached out to her.
Yeah, I can't believe that either. But this one, I just felt like, I told her there was one other that I thought she might try, between the two because they were equal distance from the house. But I really thought that she would like the one she's going to, because this is going to sound very weird to you guys, but I said it to her, so I'll say it to you. The people that go to that church are from the legacy side of the villages. They're the ones that live over on the other side of the bridge.
Smaller places.
Yep, smaller
Yeah.
places, people with a little less money, but still a big heart and love and all that. And I just thought, that she might find kindred spirits over there, and she did. She
Well, good.
loves.
I think you hit a home run there.
Yeah, it took her.
Brooke just got to Montepulciano about 20 minutes ago.
And where is that?
That's in Italy.
Oh, wow.
She just sent a picture of the town, I guess a typical old town
Yeah,
where all the houses are townhouses, so to speak, and
yeah, yeah.
1,000 years old and stuff.
It's in the afternoon there.
Yeah, yeah, I didn't think about that part, but it's gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
She's, but they left last night at about 6 o'clock.
Yeah, they usually leave at night, and then they get there at like 8 or 9 in the morning. 7, 8 or 9 in the morning. I know Italy it's probably about 9 in the morning because when we got to Germany it was 7 because Stanley picked me up at the airport at 7 o'clock, and Brendan Stan has insisted that I stay awake for the day.
Well, if there are 8 hours, it would have been noon or so.
Yeah, but time change.
Okay,
You have to factor in the time change.
okay.
It's
I
six
said if
hours.
it's 8 hours, I don't
7.
know. Doesn't,
Yeah, it's either 6 or 7 hours. It's 6 hours for us when we went to Hungary,
yeah,
so it might be 6 hours.
yeah. So, but anyway, it's late morning, almost lunchtime.
Right, right.
So you said it's afternoon. It's only been.
Because when it was 7 o'clock in the morning in the States, it was always noon or 1 o'clock when I would have to call the Red Cross office. So I haven't kept up with the time exchange, but I just know that when it's early in the morning for us, it's like, let me get it right. It's later. It's later in the day, right? It's later in the day for the people over in Europe than it is for us, and it's 9:30 now. So it should be later there in the afternoon. It should be.
So when I got off the plane in Frankfurt,
The plane?
Betsy said, "You got to stay awake."
I know, right? I was told that too.
So I'm like, "Great," and I'm like, "Beat, man!" And it's the only sunny day they had. It was
Oh, right.
really bright sun, really bright,
Well,
Gor-
she did you a favor then.
gorgeous day. But it sucked because I had such jet lag and was tired. And we went to the cathedral and some places on the square. I forgot
Yeah, yeah.
where it was. And, but yeah, she pulled that same thing on me. You can't go to sleep. You got to stay awake.
Well, I guess it worked. I stayed awake, although I would nod once in a while, like through dinner,
Yeah.
so ready to go to sleep. But Brittany said, "No, you got to stay awake so you can get on the schedule, so you can, you know,
Yeah.
do the do." Yeah, Germany's good for not having a lot of sun. Like, we had a phrase about the German people that when it was a sunny day, the Germans were grumpy.
They're grumpy.
Which would be
Grumpy,
opposite of
Are
what
they
we are.
really?
grumpy.
Why?
Yeah, because they're used to the gray days and the sun's like probably blinding their eyes, and they're not used to it. Grumpy. I don't know why they were grumpy, but every time the sun would shine, they were grumpy.
I wonder if it's that way in Washington and Oregon.
Maybe, who knows?
Oh my gosh. I can't imagine that place.
Yeah, you spent some time in Washington, huh?
Who?
Did you?
I think his ship is in Washington, not him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was the East Coast and
Well, yeah, right. But how did the Turner Joy end up in Washington?
The reason it ended up in Bremerton is because it started the Vietnam War. It was a historic museum, had a lot of significance on the war, and so they were able to restore it, and they use it's for you can go be on a tour on it and all that stuff.
It wasn't built there?
No,
Okay. Wow, interesting.
no. Come to think of it, I'm not exactly sure where it was built, but it was commissioned in 1959.
Oh, wow. It might have been built in Norfolk.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Puget Sound, I think, is a place up there. I'll have to look into that.
That's a good.
Okay, Google.
Yeah,
Where
I
was
was
the
going to ask you.
USS Turner Joy built?
Construction for the USS Turner Joy started on the 30th of September 1957.
Where?
Okay. She said the construction started in September 1957.
Ask
Yeah,
her what.
where? Ask her
Pardon?
where. Ask her where was it built?
I did. That was the answer I got. So, okay, Google. Where was the USS Turner Joy built?
Sorry, I don't have any information about that.
She wants to
Oh,
play dumb today.
up it's Saturday.
Have
No, I
you,
Give her some coffee.
so,
can't.
so have you guys played with this artificial intelligence stuff?
I haven't, but if I call you and tell you I'm in dire danger and you need to send me money, ignore it.
Well, I get those all the time.
Yeah, but if you get it
I
from
spend a few
me,
$100s a month on that.
I'm going to Mexico, and you never know.
No, it's pretty amazing.
Mm-hmm.
They certainly has a bias. You have to go into these things and understand that.
Mm-hmm.
But writing poems, it's wonderful at writing poems. And if you say you want a checklist for something, say,
Uh-huh.
Rick, I've done a few things where it said, um, uh, tell me how to do something, and it'll give me a checklist.
Hmm.
And not and it, so if it has it from the web directly, that's what you get. But sometimes it combines a lot of the time. Most of the time, it combines sources, which is
Hmm.
amazing. But
It is
it,
amazing. I mean, I've been watching a lot of the shows on TV, the news shows, that are talking about it and give examples. The people were showing off the AI, and they're always asking, well, what about for people that can use it for nefarious purposes? They say, well, that's always the risk.
That's
And
dynamite, nuclear energy, everything.
yeah,
That's
oh,
always a challenge.
yeah.
Porn is always the first thing that takes advantage of a new media.
Oh my God.
So we always have to deal with that sort of thing.
Hmm.
But if I were a friend of mine is a computer guy,
Hmm.
um, it ought to eliminate most of his work. Or he ought to be able to, either he can use it all the time, or his customers can learn how to use it and get rid of him. It's of course, that means they have to do the physical part of it.
Right. So I got the answer.
What's that?
The ship was built in Puget Sound Bridge and Dredging Company in Seattle, Washington.
So
A
that's why it's there, part of
Yeah,
it.
first thing. Well,
that's
it's in,
because it's a
I-
they're calling it the USS Turner Joy Museum.
yeah, yeah. It's a definite place that I hope to get for croak.
So what are you doing at Alex's house?
Should we do a road trip, Rick?
Yeah, it's a road trip. Probably after I retire, which
Okay.
I,
Wait till I'm too old.
yep. So Alex's house, I got to do some trim work and check on the dishwasher's not working, and check on electrical outlet. It's not working.
Oh, that may be the electric that's not working. You
So I
know
got
the You know the flap that comes up under the door that hits the floor and covers all the mechanics on the bottom of a dishwasher?
Kick plate.
Yeah, kick plate. Mine fell out.
Okay, put it back.
I don't know how. I have tried.
You have a toolbox
But
with
it
all the
doesn't.
wrenches and Allen wrenches and
It doesn't
screwdrivers.
screw in. It looks like it's supposed to. It looks like it was like an adhesive on it, and there's a gap in the door, and it's supposed to slide up in there. And I can't. My hands are too wide. You know,
Velcro
No, wait a minute. You're talking about the big part or the bottom part?
the bottom part.
under the door.
The piece that has the adhesive on it is the one at the top. It's got
Yeah.
a. And I tried to push it up in there to stick, and I can't get it up far enough because it's about like that long, man. So it's supposed to go up in the doorways.
Now your kick plate should be about this size.
Well, it's not. So, but maybe that's what I do. Maybe I just put Velcro on the bottom, cut it in half, put the Velcro in the inside on the bottom of the door, and then just stick it in there. That's probably
Well,
because I'm
okay.
trying.
Number one, the first thing I do is Google the model number of your dishwasher, and that'll show you. But I mean, if all else fails, you just use Velcro or duct tape.
I'm confused. I'm confused because kick plates are usually not color coded; they're black or something,
What is black?
and they don't have a sleeve that slides up into anything. It's usually just a cover, and you're supposed to be able to access it because of the motor and stuff. So it doesn't hook onto anything or snap of any way. It does. Like,
It doesn't snap on anything. It just
Maybe you're looking at it upside down, Betsy,
it
because
appears
the L part goes at the top.
it appears that it just slid out, and it appears that on the piece that goes first into the door, first of all, I thought, well, did that come off the inside of the door where it's washing? And no, it didn't. There's an opening at the bottom of the door, and I tried to push it up in there, and it looks like, well, that's probably how it goes, but you can't keep it in there because it seems that it had been an adhesive like stuck into the door. So
see, I'm confused when you say the door. Is it the big door or the kick plate?
door that opens, when you open the door and then the dishes are all right here.
Oh, it's not the kick plate; it's the door.
Well, the door has a kick plate at the
Hey,
bottom
Mom.
Yeah.
and it fell out.
How about I ping you again?
Rubber.
How about I ping you again and we'll get you on this call? Mom. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Let's hang up on the phone and I'll call you from Google Meet, and you just watch for it on your screen and answer it when it comes up. How's that? Okay. All right.
You gotta admit, she's doing pretty good for 88 with this technology.
She really
Don't
is.
rush it.
So,
Not 88 yet.
Well, she says it, so I just say it. It's only a couple of months off.
Yeah.
okay, let me ask you
There
something.
she is. See, she did it.
Hey,
I forgot I was out blowing the driveway off. I forgot about it. I'm
Just
sorry.
forget about your kids, Mom. I mean, geez.
Uh,
Just forget about your kids.
no, I don't never forget about my children. The Lord has really blessed me with 4 wonderful children.
And one mom,
And what?
one great mom.
There you go.
Thank you. I sent Alex's cards in the mail yesterday, so she should be getting them graduation.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So Betsy,
yes.
this is the door.
Or
Okay, so this is the door,
all the way to the bottom.
and that's the kick plate.
Yes. That's what fell out.
And
What
this
does it go? Does it go into the door or does it go in somewhere else?
mine has screws.
This doesn't have any screws in it.
My other one
What is it?
snaps.
Two, the fixture at the bottom, the frame at the bottom.
Yeah.
What is it y'all are looking at?
So it looks like,
My kick plate at my in my house down the street from you fell out, and I don't know how it's supposed to go in. So
it's your
I,
dishwasher though, right?
yes, the dishwasher.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
It used to be, the older ones had two um, sheet metal screws that this thing would hang on
Mm-hmm.
and to tighten it up. And I don't know, some of them I guess had side pieces, but for the most part, that it was the L part was at the top. You know what I'm talking
Mm-hmm.
about. And
I tried to get in my dishwasher yesterday to put that stuff that helps dry 'em, and I can't figure out how to open it. So,
Can't open the dishwasher.
huh?
You
It's,
can't open the
My
dishwasher.
dishwasher.
You
it's
can't open the dishwasher.
I can't open the part that you put the rinse in.
the jet dry.
Yes,
I got
that's it.
just turns to the left, unscrews to the left.
No, it don't do that.
Okay.
Yeah. So I I appreciate it if you look at it when you come because the dishes are not drying.
oh,
So
Rick, let's have breakfast, buddy.
I know, right?
I'm hungry. Guys.
where's
I've been
where
up
you at?
He's
He's
in
in,
his man cave.
in his man cave. Can't you see all the tools?
Not
a,
really.
All the boxes.
Well, I'm having company at 1 o'clock.
you are.
Yeah.
You having a
Uh,
social?
Dwayne from Outback is coming to see me at 1 o'clock.
Oh yeah, your favorite
He's
way
the, he's your age.
is old.
He's
It's old.
63. So anyway, I think
Yeah.
that's really nice of him.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. I have a visitor coming at 11 o'clock.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. I asked the realtor that sold us our Fairhaven house and our Lorton house to come by and just tell me what the market is, out,
Oh,
so I can think about what I might want to do or not do. I'm not going to be up here that much. I don't know that I should be putting out money for it.
right. Be cheaper to get a hotel room.
Right.
So anyway, where's
Well,
Brenda?
She
she's
had,
not. She's gone to a surgery class. Is that how you
I
say it?
had to look that word up.
I
What
So,
looked it up.
kind of class? What kind of class?
It's a sewing class, but it's called
Oh, okay.
the specific kind of sewing that you're going to do. Rick's going to get her to make some upholstery for his Jeep.
yeah, I had to look that up immediately. I was like, this has got to be something sewing.
I know, right? I did too.
Well, it's the machine, right? That's what the serger is.
Yeah,
Sure.
I think so, yeah.
yeah, for smooth edging on whatever it is you sew.
That's
Right.
pretty funny that all three of us looked it up.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
had to.
I figured. Well, Rick, when I saw it, I said, "Oh, Rick knew what it was because Cindy does it."
I'm like, how slick is he, man? I've got to look it up.
internet's wonderful.
It is. It's wonderful and fast.
Hey, you guys, I have some pictures you could hang, so you come by tomorrow and hang them for me.
Tomorrow,
Yeah.
I have to go out tonight. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. I only got 4, but I can't hang them.
We'll get you a cordless screwdriver for Christmas. Although nobody does that anymore, they seem to use those command strips and hooks.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I here in the apartment. I have command strips, and
Yeah, we get
that
you.
way, no holes in the wall, and you just pull them down, and they just come off.
Well,
I
see,
know,
I
go
can't
to the
get
grocery store and try and get a screw anymore, or to
I
hang
can't
stuff.
get my arm up there to do it, and that's right.
I don't use command strips, but the girls do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more of a how heavy is it, and use a straight nail with a head on it and just push it in because usually it doesn't take much. But heavier stuff, I get the heavy artillery out and deal with it.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
Anchor.
the
Yeah,
big, the good size one, it was hanging over Claude's bed, And so I have the sofa there, and I don't want it there, so I'm gonna put it beside the window.
Well, I wasn't a fan of command strips, but I'll have to say, it is nice that you don't have to patch holes.
Right. It is. It's very nice. I
Yeah,
like
and
it.
you're gonna change rooms around like Mom does. That's a good.
Take what?
If you're gonna change rooms around as much as you do,
I've only done it once, and it took me 3 years to do it.
hit it.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave the pictures up that I fixed for Claude's retirement. There's 5 of them, and I'm gonna leave them where they're at because his daughter don't want them, and I don't want to throw them away.
Well,
Uh,
it can be the Air Force room
yeah,
Yeah, right.
or the Donahue room or
Yeah,
the room,
The
there's
yeah.
Donahue wing.
Claude's Lounge.
It's the
I
Donahue
can't.
wing.
The what? The docking wing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
a lot
anyway,
in that. You know all the stuff that he did.
I'm sorry, Rick.
There's a lot of pride in that. What he did, he accomplished.
yeah, yeah. And I just, it breaks my heart that his daughter don't want them because she should have them. I am going to send. I laid it on my dresser. Claude had the ring that her mother gave him when they got married. And I told her I'd sent it to her, and I hadn't done it, so I keep forgetting it. So I laid it on the dressers, so maybe it'll remind me.
Well, she may not want the stuff, but it'll be interesting to see when her kids get old enough to go, oh my gosh, I want that.
Well, her children are married and have children.
Well, then those children may want it by the time.
Yeah,
Don't though.
right. Well, I'm not taking them down. I just can't. I did all those for his birthday one year.
Yeah. Well, not to mention one day there might be a veterans museum in Roanoke or somewhere
Yeah,
that would take them.
Hmm.
yeah. So hey, I was in my closet and I had bought uh Claude for his Valentine's one year.
Can we look at your
From
face?
huh?
We were looking at the picture and we weren't able to see your face.
Oh, okay. Anyway, I bought him something and listened to it. This is many years ago. Say we're young and we don't know. We won't find out until we grow. He's sitting on a red heart white dog and he shakes and everything.
Mhm.
So I took it out and changed the batteries and decided to leave it out.
So it's an
Sonny,
electronic card.
Huh?
It's an electronic card.
What's that?
it plays music.
Oh.
What is it? Show us what it is.
What? This?
Yeah.
What I do, put it on camera?
Well,
Yes.
just put your camera down on top of it so we see it.
Or
Oh,
hold
okay.
it place.
I mean, do I block y'all out and go to the
Do like
No,
camera?
do like
just
that.
switch it around. Turn it around.
There's
Oh, there.
Betsy.
Now
You
come.
see it?
Oh, come down. Come a little.
Oh, okay. It's not a card.
Oh,
I got it.
oh, I see. It's a stuffed animal.
Yeah. Watch him.
Well, you got to move it down. We only see little bits of it. Oh, there you go.
All right.
You need to get that out the next time
They say
Pappy's in
we're
town.
young and we don't know. We
Okay.
won't find out
Good.
until we grow.
Sonny
Do
is
what now?
You need to get that out the next time Pappy's at your house.
I know, right?
Who's who's here?
Paprika. Next time Paprika's
Oh,
here.
I planned on it. I planned on it. That's why I took it down, put the batteries. I thought I'll show Paprika that.
make sure
Tell
you
him, tell him what happened when you came to my house to eat.
I went to her house. He comes here with her,
Gee.
and he don't. acknowledge me or he'll look and everything. But I went to her house for lunch and he was so happy and jumped up on me. And he'll only do it when I go to their house.
Huh, that's strange.
Yeah. He's welcoming me.
You know, Paprika's a girl, right?
Yeah, I know that. Did I say a boy?
You said he.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I know it's a girl.
Anne used to do that all the time, and it was her own dog.
Oh, yeah. I guess they think
So,
if they're neutered, they're its. So they
So that's why
default.
Sam had all those problems.
Yes. Yep.
so what's everybody doing today?
I'm besides meeting with the realtor, I'm gonna try to clean the tub. Remember the tub? I went to clean the shower head, and somebody said if you put the head in vinegar and let it soak for a little bit, that the crud will come off. So I did that, and when I picked up the shower, the shower head to take it out of the bag apparently had a slow leak in it. So that whole part of the tub and dripping down to the drain is beautifully white.
Good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the
Now you got to do
Well,
more.
so I've
I,
got four gallons of white vinegar in the bathroom. So I'm going to try to. I've been dreaming about this. I'm going to take a towel over and pour it all over that one towel and let it sit and
There
see
you
if,
go.
and then go to the next section.
That's a good idea.
hey,
I like
if
that idea.
y'all have problems with hair going down your drain, I got a page out of the book I had here,
Nope.
and it says take and lay the dryer sheets on it, and the hairs won't go down.
Rick said he didn't have any problem with losing his. Afraid
Oh well,
I would be afraid the dryer sheet would go down the drain. Then I'd have a bill
yeah.
cleaning
And
that
then
out.
now it says here prevent toilet troubles with white vinegar.
Now, is this white vinegar like white? It's not distilled. It's white.
I
Like
think I
It's
think it's distilled white. Yeah,
distilled, I think is what she means, Rick.
yeah.
You can use regular you can use cider vinegar, but distilled is what she thinks she means. What the article means. That's what I always take it to mean.
All
And
all of them say distilled.
yeah, mine does.
Distilled.
Uh, it says here for keep garbage puzzle humming with lukewarm water. Says hot water does the clogging it.
To do what again?
Um,
Use warm water in your garbage disposal, not hot.
Right, I knew that. I knew that the people that work on it say cold water, but I guess warm or cold is quite about the same.
Yeah. So I cut it out and saved it for you.
Okay.
you can put it in
And
put it in one of those
Lori
Harbor
got a
Freight drawers.
letter from here to here from your bank.
I'm sorry, say again?
Lori got a letter from what's that bank we went to that day?
Wells Fargo?
Yeah.
Well,
So
they, I don't know. They don't, she doesn't live
well,
in, so it's just probably uh,
well, I saved it for you anyway. I mean,
probably just a promotion.
yeah. Well, I still get
Called stuff.
yeah.
Well,
It's just
we
amazing.
occasionally get Catherine.
Uh,
We occasionally get Catherine Arnett Onco stuff.
Wow.
30 some years ago
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
who got who?
from Kathy.
Kathy.
Oh, okay.
Second,
Pardon?
the second one or the first one?
The second one.
That's what I was thinking. Second one.
We
Yeah.
still hands mail.
Well, I think that I don't know, there's any way for you to alert everybody out there in the promo world that your person is deceased.
Yeah.
Because once
Well,
it's out there, it's hard to uh, They're not gonna have a refreshed list.
And you know what? Personally, I don't think it's a good idea to do that, to announce it to the world, just announce it to the people that need to know. It's a need to know
Right.
because there's a lot of scammers out there that could start to try to figure out how to take advantage of that. And, if they got a hold of her social or, through a military record or something, and, then they could wreak havoc on your life. So
True.
take
Well,
her
it
name
doesn't
off.
bother me. I
I,
just tear it up.
I can't take, well, yeah, of course. I can't take her off the bank yet because the lady at Wells Fargo told me that if anything comes in with her name in it that needs to be cashed, they'll kick it back if her name's not on the account. So at least for a year until we've cycled through everything, I can't take her name off of anything.
Well, I went to the bank, Betsy, and I got $100, and I didn't have to write a check or nothing. They just done it some way or another.
Oh, well, good for you. Good for
They
Yeah,
you.
swiped your card.
She doesn't know how to use the ATM, but yeah, you used your debit card, right?
yeah.
Yeah, good.
No, I didn't use nothing. I just told her I gave her
You gave her the
my
card.
I gave her the card.
That's what she did. She used your debit card to get in.
No, it wasn't. It was based off your good look.
Well, she was real sweet and nice, and I told her that that my daughter usually done it, and I didn't know where to write a check or what. And she said, "Well, we're glad to have you in the bank." She was a real sweet young girl.
Good for them. Good for them.
Yeah. So anyway,
Yeah, debit cards are nice. Wait, we can put a chip in your wrist, Bob.
huh?
We
We can put a chip in your wrist. So all you have to do is just wave.
Hey Tom, that thing is still there.
I see it. I see it. I didn't look it up. I'll have to look that up.
What
Yeah.
is it?
Like a big bruise, an abrasion. She she gave me she let me see it close up yesterday or day before yesterday.
Monday.
What'd you
That's huh?
What'd you do?
I didn't do nothing.
She
I
just
just
woke up
woke
with it.
up Monday morning and it was there.
What was there?
Can you see it?
Uh huh.
Mm,
So you weren't walking in your sleep?
uh,
No. I do
it
good
looks
to
like a
get
big
walk to the
bruise.
bathroom.
It looks
Yeah.
like a big bruise or abrasion, Betsy. I'll send you a picture of it. I have a
Yeah.
better picture of it.
It does. Oh lordy.
But you're somebody said something to you about it too, didn't they?
Yeah, Edie. What's her name? Edie.
Yeah.
She started asking me questions when she seen it. She said, asked me different things if I had different reactions from it. And I said, no. So,
Now, speaking of reactions, man, the pollen is horrible up here.
It's horrible here.
Uh, yep.
well,
Did
it's gone here, just
I'm
about.
glad. Did it rain there?
Yeah, it rained last night, and we're supposed to have rain and wind today, and next week we're supposed to have rain for 3 or 4 days.
When I get
So,
back.
yeah, so we need it.
Yeah, we do need it. Our
Now
lake, our lakes are beachfront property now.
you?
That's how.
a lot of people like that. We have Thea has a friend in Davie, Florida, just outside of Fort Lauderdale, and
Yeah.
her house is lakefront property.
Yeah.
3 or 4 inches just to step out the front door, back door, side door.
Well, they announced
We
this.
beach, so ours is so dry that the
Yeah,
water. In fact, Sturge told me that at one point a few years ago that lake was totally dry.
Well, have you seen the pictures of Lake Mead and all the lakes out west
Yes,
that have been
yes,
replenished?
I have, and I've been watching that because I didn't canoe. I kayaked on Lake Mead last time Lori and I went out to Las Vegas. She kayak trip so I could go do that because she knew I didn't want to gamble, and she gambled, and I had a blast. But the water was already probably, I don't know, 15, 20 feet down. And then I've been watching it over the years. Every time they show a picture, and it continues to, I think it's, I don't know, what, 50, 60 feet down now.
Well, they were bottom in many places because they were finding all sorts of debris.
Car.
Yeah.
Well, they
Bodies.
one of the towns, I can't remember how you say it, but anyway, they've told people not to go in the water at the beach. It's got germs and stuff, and they said they'll test it again Monday and see
Is it
what
the ocean?
happens. Huh?
Is it the ocean?
Yeah, it's the beach. I don't know what's the
On the
ocean.
Gulf
on
side
the,
or Atlantic side?
is the
It's the
Atlantic
east side. I forget. I want to say Ocala, but what else is it over there?
Clearwater.
Daytona?
No. Mm-mm.
You said
St.
the Ocala side, right?
But they tell people do not go in that water because it's got all kinds of germs and stuff.
Well,
And
we have red tide, but it's been primarily on the Gulf side, and they've been keeping track of it. And it started in Lake Okeechobee, which sort of ran out whatever tributaries that it follows into the ocean, but the ocean swept it into the Gulf. So it's interesting to see if it's actually red tide going into the Atlantic side. Usually they haven't experienced it.
hey, Rick, I don't know where you was on here when I told everybody I found a church and I'm so happy there.
Oh, good.
Yes, my life is totally different now. I'm happy for the first time since I've been here.
Oh, good. That's great to hear.
'Cause I really did miss church, and I
Do you
just
get, do you get to drive your golf cart there?
no. Betsy's got to show me how to go there with the golf cart.
She's concerned about the bridge. I said
Yeah,
she went over Schaefer's Cross, and this is wider than that.
yeah. It's
So
just that I want her with me first time I go over that bridge.
where did that lady take out your golf cart?
You know where Flippers is?
Yes.
Pizza place, right there at that intersection.
Oh,
I
wow.
I was sitting, Flippers is like on your side, and then the bowling alley is straight ahead, and I was sitting there at the stop sign. I'd stopped at the little bar thing, and you can't see because of all the cars parked, so you move up a little bit, and I saw her coming, so I just sat there, and I thought she was going to turn, and go by me, and no, she turned and came right into me.
And she in a car?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did she total it or what?
Well, she did a lot of damage. They said that the chassis itself is not damaged, but it pushed one side because she came into the driver's side. She pushed the driver's side so that the wheel only is this much distance from, the chassis. So it had to have bent something. But it's about 8,000. I think the guy told me the other day it's going to be close to 8,000 to fix if we do it right. I don't know that the insurance will give me that, so we're working on it.
Dang.
She paid enough for it, they ought to. And that woman, she could have killed Betsy driving right into her.
Right?
Well,
Because
Penny,
my head hit the rear view mirror. I had a seatbelt on, but I went forward like this, and my head hit the rear view mirror, so it smashed it to pieces.
should have had airbags.
I know, right? I just get that feature added.
I
I
thought,
bet I bet they take her license, Betsy, because she's 94 years old.
Well, her insurance is starting to. The guy said that they're saying it's not her fault.
what?
What?
So I've stepped back and I'm not going to do anything because the first thing I said is, "Do I need to go get a lawyer?" And he says, "No, we're going to take care of this. Let me handle it." And he's been keeping me apprised that he's going to give me a call by Friday next week.
That ought to be interesting reasoning.
I've got a lawyer's number where it says golf cart accidents. So
Dang.
That ought to be pretty
it
interesting
is,
reasoning.
and there was a witness. So
I'm sure there was probably camera angles if you'd have thought you needed it.
I know, right? Well, you know what's interesting? I bet there is because here's what happened. A couple of gentlemen from the McCall's, the bowling alley restaurant.
Right.
Came over and helped pick up all my groceries that flew out into the road, which was very sweet. And and all of a sudden, some guy I've never seen before shows up in a yellow vest with orange cones, and he puts the cones out strategically around us until the police. And as soon as the police officer has her report, she's talked to both of us. The lady drives off, and I drive off. The guy's picking up all the cones, and he takes off. Now, where do you suppose he came from, and how did he know we were there that quick? Because there's cameras.
I just got this picture of some guy just hovering around waiting for a golf cart accident to drop on. Something like from what was that movie, Wall-E?
Yeah, right.
Clean it up.
But it was
That's pretty good.
He came out of nowhere, and he had all these cones, and he had a yellow vest on, reflective vest, so he wouldn't get hit. And he was making sure cars went around us, and
that's pretty funny.
So-
You should find out where he is. Maybe somebody.
So
yeah,
instead of having a town drunk, you have the town traffic incident safety guy.
yeah, right. It was funny. I got amused by him. So to Mom's point about germs, it's African dust, which carrying microbes across the ocean, and it's mixing in with the red tide, the amphibian diseases, increased occurrence of asthma in humans, oxygen depletion in the estuaries. So there you go. Looks
So
like
if you're in
They
Key West,
said
it must be horrible.
They said that you get very sick if you go in it.
that's kind of what they're saying here. It
Yeah,
says it's carrying a wide variety of bacteria and fungi.
yeah.
Wow.
The fun guy.
The
Fungi.
fun guy.
Fun guy.
The fun guy.
I want to be.
Yeah.
I don't want to be with the fun guy.
Mm.
So that means when I go to Cabo, I'm going to have to check and make sure there's no fun guy down there. So,
Right, right.
well, a kayak
When are you going to Cabo?
next Friday.
Are you really?
That's another one of our trips that's been planned. So I'm just
How's Cindy this week?
Doing good?
Good.
How's Phil?
Fizz struggled a little bit with her gallbladder.
Mm.
Well,
I wish she'd get that fixed before she has an emergency.
as
Yeah.
well. But she's going to go see somebody this week. So
Good. Because Brenda really suffered because hers, came on just all of a sudden.
She was on her own too. Stanley wasn't there to travel, and there was nobody there to help her. She had to drive herself to the hospital.
yeah, I remember just saying that. I'm here. Okay, so
Yeah, you're there. You can.
Yeah.
People,
But it'd be easier if she goes for it. She has to.
I agree. I wish she'd go. So
Yeah. So, anyway.
and you guys
How's,
have dealt with spouses that don't want to do things.
I know.
No.
that I knew one.
Yeah, we have the transcripts.
Apparently, I am one.
Well, let me tell you something, Betsy. Last night woke me up. My left leg hurt so bad I could not stand it. I started crying. I never had it hurt so bad. I had to get up and take a couple pain pills. I don't know what happened to it. So
It
it's old
wasn't a
age.
cramp. It wasn't a cramp.
Yeah, like some, but it was terrible. I don't know how to explain it. But I guess it's like the doctor said, I'm just old.
Well, drink more water.
Yeah.
Drink more water.
Yeah. So anyway.
But not from the ocean.
Yes, not from the ocean.
Right. Well, they gave me that shot last Monday, and it's been so great sleeping. Last night, my arm and my elbow started back hurting. I sure hope that it don't come back.
Now, Alex's ceremony's on the 6th,
The 6th is the 12th,
12th.
right?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not going. I'm not going, so it's not on my calendar.
I'm pacing my time to send her cards so it gets there at the right time.
Well, I went ahead and sent mine. I didn't know. I just wanted to go ahead and send it.
Okay, yeah.
She might can use the money.
That'll be fine.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So is she hanging off the trim in the house, or?
She when she first moved in there, I had trim because I put the wire shelving up in the closets,
Uh-huh.
and each one of the closets, because it was a 2-story, had a door access to the attic, and I took the trim off of it so I could put the shelving up, and I need to go put the
Oh,
trim
back.
up
Oh, okay.
so critters don't come through the
Yeah,
sheetrock slits.
Has she,
critters.
has she seen her bobcat anymore?
Oh yeah, she sees it periodically.
Wow.
I
Most
know.
of us go a lifetime and never see one, and she gets to see it all the time.
Well, my neighbor Marianne has Tiger the cat that looks as bigger than Garfield. So Alex could just name him,
Yeah.
Hey, look, I've got my own little bobcat. Call him Bob or whatever. Hey, Bob, what you doing today?
Well, we have eliminated all the peacocks.
He has.
Well, no, uh, somebody came and took the last 3,
Okay.
so they captured them and took them, and now we're down to raccoons and possums. And it's funny to see the raccoons. When one gets trapped, they sort of look and then they go about their merry way. But these possums, what was astounding was they, the other 2 possums, didn't leave this one possum all night long and all day. They kept trying to help get it out.
What?
Wow.
Mm. I had a raccoon out my front porch one morning.
Oh boy!
Which is kind of unusual for our area. I don't think I've ever seen the raccoon. I've seen the possum running along the
Well,
wall.
maybe it's a possum. I don't know.
Well,
I don't.
I'm
But
just
I
saying.
thought
One's
it was.
cute, one's ugly.
Well, one wears a mask, so I don't know
Yeah.
how.
The other one is just like a big rat.
No,
Yeah.
It's like
Well,
big, got this long, skinny tail. That's the possum.
and if I've told this story before, I apologize. But when I worked at Frigid Freeze, I came into the plant one day and there was a possum out in the median. This was after 419 had been 4-lane, and there was a lot of traffic, and so you just knew he was going to get hit. So I went into the plant, got a big box, got a big pair of freezer gloves, went
Mm-hmm.
out there and through it with a lot of effort, got this possum into this box,
Uh-huh.
and then took him over to the area behind the plant between it and Mohawk. Right,
Yeah.
that was the plant down the road, right?
Yeah.
And so it's kind of a wilderness area. And I was feeling really good about myself.
Sure.
I had done something good. I came back about 2 hours later, and that damn possum was out in the middle of 419 dead.
Oh, oh,
So I
oh.
Oh,
obviously put him on the wrong side of the road. The other side of the road was residential.
That might have been his home.
And maybe he had, after hearing Rick's story, maybe he had family over there. I don't know, but
Well,
I
they
didn't know
say
that they bonded so.
so. They say that, and I just learned this not so long ago because we get these big turtles that come out and get in the road, and I've actually had to pick one up and take him across the road, and I've learned that whatever direction they're headed, that's the direction I need to take them.
Right, you're not supposed to bother because they know, if they say if you take them away, it's like death for them because they have a territory.
Yeah,
Well, it was funny to see these. We have it on camera, and it's just like all night long.
they
And
stay.
they stayed with that possum who was at the cage, trying to figure out how to get them out, help get them out. It
So
was
what's the end result? Who got the possum out? And
oh, somebody went and let it out later on.
Oh, they let it out. Okay.
Well, possums will get ticks and stuff like that, so we're not too concerned. We'd rather have the raccoons gone than the possums gone, so to speak.
Mhm.
I know they're ugly and weird and stuff, but they do eat the ticks and insects and what have you.
So
Rac-
this is around the house, the old Betty's house.
the garage and the barn.
Okay.
But when I was a kid, when I had Charlie, do you remember Charlie, Mom?
Oh, yes, yes.
Mom told me, she said we should have got rid of you instead of that damn dog.
Well,
So
Charlie loved Rick. Rick had to go out the front door. He could, if he went out the back door, Charlie jumped the fence.
yeah, that 6 foot fence, he'd
Yeah.
jump and clear that fence.
Uh,
So I was out one morning. He was with me, and I think I was delivering papers or something. And there was a possum that ran under a huge spruce pine.
Hmm.
a what?
Spruce pine.
Oh, okay.
And I thought, oh, cool. I said, go around the other side, Charlie, and let's get this thing. And all of a sudden, Charlie comes out
With him.
with it in his mouth. And Charlie comes out and he just does one of these numbers and shakes it back and forth. And I see all this stuff flying off of it. Well, it's babies.
Oh, that's when you came home and threw the babies in the bed with me.
The babies cling to the mom. And I sold them babies for $5 a piece at school.
Oh my gosh.
What kind of animal was it?
Possum.
Possum. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can remember that too.
Brought
Yes.
those babies home and threw them in the bed with me. I was laying in his bed and he came in and threw them down on the bed. And I'm like, oh my God, these critters.
They were so
Yeah.
cute.
They were cute.
But Charlie loved Rick.
Well, based on your experience with the cage, and there's possums trying to get the one possum out of the cage. What horrible trauma you put that mother through.
I know, right? Well, did he kill her?
Nope.
Just
Oh, and
let
you
her go.
babies.
Not, yeah, that took babies.
Man, wow. So you put her in PTSD.
I had no idea.
Of course.
When Miss Knoll took that I can't think of the name of it that you had there at the house.
Lady
Had
Gonzalez,
Ms. Noble,
yeah,
Ms. Noble
yeah.
took the groundhog.
groundhog, that's right.
I didn't think it was a groundhog.
Okay, we're not talking about the same thing then.
Yeah, but when she took that up to the Mill Mountain and didn't tell Rick, Rick was so upset because it was uh what was I'm sorry.
That's okay.
What was your friend's name? Noel?
Jay,
Well,
Huh?
Mike Knowles is who lived across the street. That's Rick's friend.
Jay Noble was
Yeah,
part of,
Jay Noble, who's I'm talking about.
what was
They
his
had, they had it was Rick's and Jay's,
Tom's.
and
It was Tommy's and Jay's
oh, was it? Oh, okay.
groundhog, groundhog, and it dug holes in that mound of dirt. It was
I
supposed
know.
but supposed to be the driveway, wasn't it?
Did
Is
you say that they
that
took to the zoo, Tom?
Yeah, she took it to the zoo and came
Yeah,
back with a
she
wild
took it.
rabbit.
Well,
wild rabbit?
Yeah, that was a worthless rabbit.
I thought several times about that dirt, and I don't know what the dirt was there for. Do y'all?
I
It's
thought it
there
was
for a
for
long time.
Well,
yeah, there a long time. I thought
yeah,
it was there for when we put the driveway and ended up.
that's what I thought. Yeah, but it just took a long time to figure that out.
Yeah,
Hey,
Do what put the? I'm sorry, but what was it there for?
I don't know. Do
we
you
don't
guys
know.
know?
We don't know. We assumed
Oh,
it was
okay.
a driveway, but we don't know. We had a
Oh,
driveway,
okay.
so
You sent me out there one day to shovel it when we first got it, and I hurt my back, and I said I wasn't doing that again.
I don't blame me.
Hey, guys, I
I,
have to go.
So do I. I've got to coming in a few minutes. So
Love
I've
you
got
guys. It's been
I
wonderful.
love all of you, and
a
I'm so
great
happy.
weekend.
It's just so nice to be able to go to church.
Well,
All right.
good. Well, you enjoy church tomorrow, Mom.
Yep.
I will.
Love you guys.
Love
Love
you.
you.
Talk to you later.
Bye bye.
Bye.
All right. Bye.